Hello everyone, and it's a new video on my channel, Let's Begin with Vika. Also, I have two Instagram channels with the code Victor2018 School English. Here they can study English, enjoy English, and of course love English. Today I'm not going to use the effects or something like that. This video just would be usual video as it was in the past. Because today I won't tell you about the grammar or vocabulary or I don't know, or some blogs, for example. No, today I'm going to start, no, it's not like to start, to continue and to keep on our Vika show. Let's review that. So really, I think maybe 1 year ago I started the show which is called Vika's Show. So, and also I had already the challenge which is called True or False with my sister. We had this challenge, but what is Vika's Show? Vika's Show, it is the show when you can just watch some advices or also just some challenges. So I have already done the challenge and I have already made the video of it, but today it is not a challenge, it is some advices of English. So today I'm going to do some advices with a bun, with a dress. So let's start! Also, I wanted to tell you that I'm doing and I'm making this video from the laptop. Okay, so let's start. Today I'm going to tell you some advices of English, for example, like listening, reading, or something else. So, as you know, there are so many skills of English. For example, you can improve your listening, improve your speaking, improve something else also. But today we're going to tell you about listening, reading, and writing. So the three important skills. But maybe also we can talk about the grammar and vocabulary. So today we're going to talk about these advices. But first of all, of course, you need to know that on the exams you can have the listening, for example. For example, in Ukraine we have got the test which is called ZMO. And here you need at first, when you're doing this exam, you need at first listening. You need to do the listening. But I think that listening is one of the hardest one of the skills because you need to be so careful. And first in the exam, I don't think that it's so great so much. But okay, so at first we're going to talk about listening. So about listening and some advice of it. If you want to improve your listening, if you want to like your ears, on your ears. So if you want to hear really carefully, if you want to just to understand the person who are talking with, you need, of course, to listen every day. For example, I have got the app which is called British Council. I'm going to write it below. And here you can just find this, it's not like the app, it is the site where you can improve and your reading and your listening and your speaking, for example, writing. And it's for all levels. Of course, there are sometimes something not so great, but of course, the levels there are from A1 to C1. Sometimes there could be from A1 to B2, but it's also great. So if you want to improve your listening, you need to listen to audio, for example, 1 audio a day per day. And it should be really great because then you can train your ears, your listening, and then of course on the exam everything will be great. If you, for example, forget about it, don't mind. You can also just find, for example, a person for example, the English person in the chatting. So for example, I know the chat like Tandem. Here you can call and then you can call to the person, for example, who's speaking English, and then also improve your listening too. But with that, you also will improve in speaking, but don't mind. So listening, once more for listening advice, you need to also just every day to listen for 1 audio. You can end for 2 or for 5, and of course then to test you. So for example, in British Council, you at first listen the audio, the dialogue, for example, the text or something like that, and then you're doing some exercises. For example, true or false, or also you need to write the phrases. With that, with the listening here, so there, in British Council, you can also improve your vocabulary because there are a lot of preparation tasks, and here you can also just study some vocabularies. So, of course, listening is important for us because without it, we can't study, of course, and we can't understand another person. So, of course, one small unit just to listen for one audio, or for 2 audios, or for 5 audios, how you want per day. And it would be your habit, and then it will be like your usual thing, what you want to do. So, of course, it's about listening. Now, let's go to the reading. Also, I'd like to tell you about the British Council. So, on the British Council, there is also the reading. When you read the text, for example, it is the dialect, or in the forum, or it is like the chat, and then you also do some tasks. So, of course, every day you can just, for example, read the posts, the English posts in Instagram, in Facebook. You can also improve your reading then. I also recommend everybody, if you're studying English, go in, for example, to the internet and then find the English books. Fairy tales is like the small books, not just don't start really with the fat books, I think, with the really big books, because I studied my English reading, improved my English reading with Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban, and it was the problem, it was my mistake, and I understand why. Because at first, if you're starting reading, if you're studying improving your reading skill, you need to start with a fairy tale, with a small story, and then read it. Of course, read every day. For example, you're going to the social media, read the posts of English people, read the stories, and listen to the stories, because also it will improve in your listening and your reading sometimes. So even with the social medias like Instagram, I think everybody uses it, with Facebook, you can read the post, and with that, you can also improve your reading skills. But also I recommend in the British Council because it's really great for improving your reading skills. So the basic one for all skills is just the habit. You need to do that every day, regularly. If you're going to do that, it will be the nicest result. So I think I told you about the reading skills, how to improve it. So of course it's read. And then let's go to the speaking. What about speaking? I speak with you. Now I speak with you. And I improve my speaking skills. So I will, fingers crossed, that you understood what I'm talking about. If you want to improve your speaking skills and to be really great in the exams, you need to speak. Of course you need to speak. And before the situation in Ukraine, the war, I was speaking to myself. And maybe you can just, you can say that I'm crazy and what? But I was speaking to myself. It was improving my speaking skills. If you don't have a partner to speak with, if you don't have, for example, an English friend, or if you don't have, you can speak it with yourself. For example, when you're cooking, when you're washing the hands, when you're just, I don't know, for example, when you're walking around, you can speak with yourself, for example. Oh my god, what I see, there are so many trees. Oh, what is it? It's a trap, or for something like that. And then you're speaking with yourself. And also another advice, as I do now, what am I doing now? I'm making the video for you. With that, I also speak. So it's also the second advice for speaking. You can improve your speaking skills, and so like the advice for it, you can make the videos and speak in English. It's great because with that you're speaking to yourself, but also you're speaking to subscribers, for example. As now I'm speaking to you, to my followers, to my subscribers, and I'm speaking and improving my speaking skills. So it's also the second advice, what you need to do. You can speak with yourself, also make videos and speak. Good advice. Or also the third and common advice, you can use the British Council, because there you can also just do the speaking skills. But also you can use the Tandem. It is the app in Play Market, or also in iPhone. So App Store. Here you can also just and chat. So it's like chatting, and speaking for calling, as I said before. So you can just find the friend, for example, your English friend, and then speak with him every day. So once more regularly, basic rule for all improving your skills. So it's advice, just you need to do that regularly. So it was about speaking. Now let's talk about grammar. The problem with the grammar that not so much people like this grammar, because sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's really you can't understand it, for example, and it's a problem for you. But grammar, you can do it and not every day, because if you're going to do it every day, your brain will be like, woohoo, and it will be this price. Because if you're going to, I think, in my opinion, if you're going to study grammar every day, it will be boring and you won't understand it so much because your brain will be full, so much full. I think if you want to study grammar, do it twice a week or even once a week, as you want, because here you need just, for example, on Wednesday, every Wednesday, you are, for example, studying grammar. Past simple, then present simple, then future simple, then differences between could, can. Also, you can find it on my channel, and of course, understand it. I hope that you understand it. With that, you can also improve your grammar. Or even when you speak with an English friend, you can also study grammar because he can, or so they can, for example, explain you the grammar, some grammar skills. But of course, you can also use in British Council, the internet, the YouTube, for example, my YouTube channel, and here you can also just study the present simple, the past simple, the first conditional, for example. So because it's really important, without grammar you can't speak. So how you will speak? Yes, you can also make the sentence, but how will you say that you're, for example, you were doing something just 2 minutes ago? How will you say it? So grammar is important too. Maybe for somebody it's boring, but for me it's interesting because I like English and I love English, because without it I can't imagine how will I just do the sentence and so on. So once more, for using grammar, you can just train your grammar skills twice or once a week. And it would be really enough, because with that you can study present simple, the past simple, the learn of course it, and just to remember it for all life, I think, because it's really important for you. So it's about grammar. Now let's talk about writing. So, writing, I really like it. Writing essays, writing some poems or something like that. So, if you want to improve your writing skills and really pass the exam with writing so well, for this, you need to write. But how to write? You can make your diary in English. You can make your diary in English, and for example, here, you are like explaining your day in English. With that, you are trained in writing. Then you can, for example, write the one letter. Really, it's like imagination, for improving your imagination writing. Of course, imagination is an important one. Of course, I recommend you to read the book, which is called Anne from the Green Gables, and here you will know about the imagination. Okay, let's continue. So, about the imagination also, that in the writing is so important, and that's why if you want to improve it, you need to write essays, for example, or write the letters once a week, also like grammar, or twice a week, or also just chat with your friends, chat in Instagram, but in English. With that, you can also improve your writing. Also, another advice, you can use the British Council, because there are also some tasks about that. But most of all, you need just to do that with yourself, just like to write some essays, write some letters, what you want. But the diary, I think it's really great, because here, yeah, you can explain, you can just describe your day, and in English it would improve because you're writing. Also, what I wanted to ask, you can also make a book. For example, you can like be the journalist, I don't know, you can just write the essays, for example, in documents, in Word document, and here, for example, you can write your poem, I don't know, your, for example, story, because, for example, me, I wrote in the past in English the stories. For example, I have the story, but I didn't finish really, and I have got the thought to finish it. So it's just all about the writing. Now we're going to go to the last one, I think, vocabulary. I think that vocabulary is one of the easiest one. Why? Because here you need just to study words. Most of my channel is vocabulary. I've got a lot of vocabulary on my channel, countries, clothes, and so on. Vocabulary is very important for us because reading in usual day, you need to know how it would be chair, door, for example, laptop, and for that you need to study vocabulary. Study 5 or 10 words or 15 words, as you know, in a day. But you need to study it, learn by heart. Also, there are so many I know apps. Word a day is like you are studying one word per day, but it could be really hard. And no, I like more like 10 words a day, for example. Here you can study 10 words, and also it would improve your vocabulary skills. Also, you can just watch some videos, for example, my videos on YouTube. So the internet is one really, I think, most common and most popular just thing which everybody can use, and that you also can study English. So I think this is all with my advices, and I hope that this video was interesting, not boring. Maybe also it could be boring because here most of all is speaking for you just about advices, not just about learning. It's not just about advices how to learn English and how to improve your level with skills. I hope that you like this video, and of course I want to tell you thank you so much that you are here and you're watching my videos. I hope that you will use my advices. And once more, British Council, what I said also, maybe 10 words a day. You can just find them in my link. Maybe I think I'm going just to, in description, I'm going to write something. So that is all for you, and bye for now, and see you soon. And of course, study, enjoy, and love English. Bye bye.